you who are not familiar with me, I am a founding leader with Forever Green and their international division, FG Express. I'm located in Northern California, and I'm thrilled that you guys are here tonight to join us. So welcome everybody from all parts of the United States. Appreciate you guys being here, and replay viewers, welcome to our broadcast. So tonight what we're going to be talking about is social media. We've been talking about the value of that in the last couple of weeks of training. We've been talking about Facebook marketing and how important it is to set up your Facebook page correctly so that you're not bombarding your friends with sales pitches, but rather you're being raw and real and relational. And that's what's super important about social media. Marketing has really changed in the last few years, and exponentially we've seen a surge in Facebook and Twitter, in a new thing called Periscope, in Pinterest and Instagram, and you name it, those social media outlets are out there. And marketing has changed in a way, and you'll see it even on TV with the advertisements. You'll see relationships, and Coca-Cola doesn't come out and say, "Hey, would you like to buy a Coke?" No, they show the Santa Claus and the snow and a little boy sitting on Santa's lap, and maybe they're drinking a Coke together, but they never mention, buy Coca-Cola. So I want you guys to look at this photograph. It's something that I put up on my Facebook page. My husband and I were celebrating Life Restored. I have to tell you that was about the first outing that I'd really had where I felt good enough to be out of the house and out of my sick bed. And you guys probably see the glow on my face. So with that, you can see that another something in that picture. Did you notice? Let me see if I can circle it for you right here. FG Express. Now, that's kind of subtle, right? And Mike, by the way, I am not seeing two more people in the waiting room at this time, so I'm keeping an eye on. Oh, there is somebody else. Okay. All right. So as we have more people join in, we'll just add them in manually. So welcome to our broadcast, everybody. So back to my photo here, you'll see that FG Express is very subtly in the photo. Now, we are celebrating life. We are celebrating being together. And I love my hubby. We've been together for about 40 years, a little over 40 years, and appreciate him a whole bunch. But you'll see just subtly in that picture, FG Express. Now, I want you to also notice something. You might have your very favorite photos that you'll want to use for different things, but look at this field right here. Do you see that? We can utilize that field to put text in if we wanted to. Now, it's very, very important as we go along to use more and more graphics in whatever we do. Pictures say 1,000 words, right? Well, here's an interesting statistic for you. I just found it out yesterday. What is the attention span of most Americans? Okay, you guys put it in the chat box. What do you think? Put up your best guess. What do you think the attention span is of most Americans? What do you guys think? Okay, a minute on the internet. Okay, Cheryl thinks it's a minute. Hey, Claire, how are you? So we're talking about what is the attention span. I'm going to give you guys a second more to see. 10 seconds, Tammy. Tammy thinks it's 10 seconds. Okay, well, it is now, drumroll, 7 seconds. 7 seconds to grab somebody's attention and time. We're all bombarded with information on the internet. We are bombarded with information on email, on Facebook, and so forth. And if you're not careful, boy, that can really suck you in. And so people are taking their finger and they're scrolling through, right? You're looking at images, because I know you do it. I do it too. We're looking for images that grab our attention. That's what you need to be focusing on. Never again do you want to just put up a text, something post like Facebook. In fact, I put up a post yesterday into our team Facebook site, and it was about our organic chocolates. It was a buy one, get one free sale. And I could not find the right image to put in there. And I was like, oh, I know I need an image, but just couldn't find that right one. And I thought, no, time is of the essence. I've got to get it out. So, most of the time you're going to want to put that image. I know that that's not a hard and fast rule, but if you can, try your hardest to do that, okay? So I'm going to share with you some images that I have utilized on my own personal Facebook page. Now, I also run a blog. I also have a Facebook page for my Keytopia users, and I utilize that personal group Facebook page for my Keytopia users as a VIP club. It's something I utilize as an added value of service that I can give, an extra layer of service that I can give my customers. So here are some ideas for you in ways that you can put your image out. And here's something right here. This is an inspirational quote, and I created it. Actually, I used it in a way, it was already self-created. I'm going to show you the program to use on that. But I wanted to show you something that is very subtle, and it's right here. I have a custom domain, okay? It's or what you call a URL. Now, when you are a member with FG Express and Forever Green, you're given a number, right? 1234556 dot fgexpress.org or 1234556 dot forevergreen.com or .org. I can't remember which one it is, but anyways, you got a number. Now you are given the option as a member to utilize a alias. Instead of your number, you can use an alias. So for mine is healthyconcepts.fgexpress.com. Now that's a mouthful, right? So what I did was I went to GoDaddy and GoDaddy.com, and you can pick out a domain for yourself that can kind of help to recognize a little bit of who you are. People remember names more than they remember numbers. And if you have a dot in the middle, it's really hard. So, healthyconcepts.fgexpress.org. Those dots can be very forgotten, and people can have a hard time finding who you are. So I just went to GoDaddy and I purchased healthyconceptsgroup.com. Then what I did was I did a thing called a redirect, and GoDaddy can help you to do that. But basically, if you click on that or you type in healthyconceptsgroup.com, actually, no, it's actually, I've got another one that I'll show you in a minute, but this one doesn't redirect to my FG Express page. That one's going to redirect to my website. But anyways, with that being said, you can purchase a domain for, gosh, you can get them on sale for $1.99 a year, up to maybe $12.99 a year. And don't go for the expensive ones. There's some out there that are like $2,000. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. Just find something that's simple, that represents who you are and what you do, and so forth. Let me give you another example. Here we go. This redirects to my Forever Green page. Now we have a Forever Green Farmers Market, and then we have FG Express. So if you go to forevergreenconcepts.com, you're going to find my personal web page that's connected to Forever Green. Okay, it's my replicated member website. And so you might be wondering, how do you do that? How in the world did I do that? Did I do the little swirls? No, I did not. I actually used a program that is completely free, and I'm going to show you that to you in a second. All right. So first of all, what you want to do, if you can, I know it's an added expense, but it's super cheap to be able to get a URL that's going to help to grab people's attention a little bit more than your 123.fgexpress.org. Okay. So what did I use? All right, let me see if I can find it here. I'm going to have to scroll through. Yep, here it is right here. And it is a website called canva.com. Okay. Canva allows you to go in, you set up a user account first of all, And then you're going to be able to use social media posts. Now, when you do a post, usually there's certain sizes that you have to have in your image. Well, Canva does that for you. You can actually do presentations. You can do posters, and I've done posters to advertise different events that are coming up. You can actually do a banner or a cover for your Facebook. Oh, Cheryl, you love that? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that you're utilizing it. So up at the very top of your Facebook page, you get a great big huge picture. Well, that's called a Facebook cover or banner. And so you can create your own. How about a Facebook post, Instagram post? You can do a graphic for a blog, and you can actually do even more. Maybe you want to do a Twitter banner, or you want to use custom dimensions. Let's say you want to put up a YouTube page and put up a banner, you can do that. So, so there's many different ways that you can use Canva. And as you start using it, you can do custom graphics that you create your own library. Now, for those of you guys who were on our team page yesterday, you may have seen this one right here. Well, what I did was I used the stock picture that was in Canva, dropped in some text. It took me literally maybe 2 minutes to put it together. And then I was able to post that not only on our team Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and my group Facebook page. I used all of those social media pages with one graphic. In my Facebook group for Ketopia users, we're called the Ketopians, then I have a posting that I put right here. And it was tell us about it Tuesday, and people got to brag how much weight they'd lost, and pant sizes that have changed and so forth. You can see here, I do things called Periscope broadcasts. And when I broadcast, I have to have a landing page for people to go to. When I start the broadcast, this is what people are usually seeing when I start my camera, and it is me. And I can put a little follow me Facebook thing. I can put a Twitter. Now, I'm also a part of a group called the Weston Price Group. And Weston Price teaches people how to eat healthy and live a healthy life. And they have chapters all over the United States. They're an international organization with local chapters. So I'm working with a group of volunteers to start a local chapter in our area. So this right here was what we put up on top of our banner for the Facebook page. And it has the Weston Price Foundation, and it also has our local chapter. So there's all kinds of ways that you can use these. So I'm going to show you how to use it. Now, as you enter into Canva, you'll see that there's pre-designed templates for you to use. And this is awesome because you'll be able to use this for Christmas and for the holidays that you celebrate. So right here on this side of the page are graphics that are all pre-designed for you. Now, I have to tell you that some of the graphics that are created, there's a slight charge, like $1 or $2. But you'll see here that there's others that are for free. And so what you simply would do is click on the image, and then you would change the text, drop in a photo, upload, save. Super, super easy. I just can't tell you how easy this is. Super, super easy. So you'll be able to then drop in a photo of yourself, possibly right here. And then perhaps Tammy would like to say, Merry Christmas from the Donnells, or, the Ginthers might say Merry Christmas from the Ginthers, and so forth. And then you can easily post that up onto a Facebook post. So the other thing that you can do with Canva is right here, you can do uploads, and you will be able to create your own image library, okay? So I have images in here from different events. Oops, I just went over my husband's face. So I just went, so you can just, keep loading those images in, and then you would be able to, you could click a layout that's already done, or you can just have a blank layout. You might want your image to be the entire, or your photo to be the entire image, and that's okay too. You'll also be able to add text. So here are some ways that you can add text. You can just add a text box in different sizes, or you might choose to kind of be a little bit more fancy. And this font and is already laid out for you. You just change to whatever you want, and away you go. Super, super easy. And within these headings, you can actually change them to the different fonts, sizes, colors, and so forth. So this right here is just an exhibit of all the different types of fonts, and they've put them together in a way that's really fun. And by the way, they also have tutorials, video tutorials that you can watch, and it will walk you through everything that you need to create an image. So here we go, but let me go back now, and you'll see that this was a stock image from Canva. It was an inspirational quote. I thought it was really cool. All I had to do was add my domain, and I can actually hyperlink it as well. So for those of you guys who are familiar with that, you just highlight the text, and then there'd be a little button that would allow you then to hyperlink it to wherever you want it to go. So what that means for the user is they click on it and it goes straight to the page you want to direct them to. Again, here's the one that I showed you at the beginning. Now you know how I did it, right? I utilized a stock image, and it already had all this text already in there for me. All I did was I changed the wording to a new way of being. I had downloaded the Forever Green image. I dropped it in right here, and then I put in my custom URL. How easy is that? All right. So now another way to do it is you don't have to put your URL on it. In this one, I lifted it off of googleimages.com. You'll see that there's somebody else's domain here. I'm okay with that because this one was just a happy birthday message to a friend. So go to Google Images, right click, save as, save it onto your desktop. You can have a few happy birthday images already in place. And you know, there's times where you don't mark it. You just are who you are. And with this one, happy birthday, I didn't want to mark it. You know, I mean, I'm going to say how tacky is that, right? That you're sending a happy birthday, but hey, come check out my website, right? You don't want to do that. So there's times to mark it and there's times not to. In this case, I just sent a message, okay? Now, the other thing that I mentioned to you is Periscope. Now, Periscope is brand new. It is an app that you put onto your phone, and I'm going to tell you guys, it is spreading like wildfire. Twitter actually bought Periscope before Periscope was launched. What it is again an app that allows you to broadcast on your phone to an unlimited audience. So you can go live. People can see that you're live. They might click on it and go, "Hey, what's that? I want to check it out." And you'll have viewers right in here. You'll see the viewers who are coming onto your broadcast, and you can actually save the broadcast. So we'll get into that in another issue or another edition of social media training. But just keep that in mind that you will want to load Periscope onto your phone. I have to tell you, in the last few months that they have launched, there are 6 million users already, 6 million. And this is a free way to advertise your business. So we'll get on to that in a minute. But what I did was I hopped onto Canva and I created a little image, and this was all a stock image. I loaded it all up onto Canva, and then you can put in your URL right in here, okay? Or your name or your phone number, whatever you want to do. I generally don't put my phone number on stuff. I don't want people who are trolls calling me, but you know, that's up to you. Okay, the other thing that I did is I created a Twitter account. Now, I like to use concepts in a lot of things, healthy concepts groups, Forever Green concepts, and so forth. Thanks, Tammy. I'm excited for you to use Canva too, because I'd love for you to share your ideas. So I created a user account name called Healthy Concepts, and I used Canva, And this was all set up. I didn't have to do a thing except drop in my username on Twitter, and that's all I did. I didn't have to do anything more than that. Now I can add one more dimension to my social media marketing, right? Okay, we talked about that, talked about that, and here we go. Here's another thing that I did. I created a more of a flyer than a custom, custom post. This one's a full 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I utilized this when I first started promoting Keytopia. And you'll see that I used, this was actually not a stock image from Canva. This was something I custom designed. But what I did was I picked out a template that had a great big box. You can see this box at the top here, right? And then it had a whole bunch of little boxes at the bottom. Now, so what I did was I took one of my favorite pictures on the beach, and I dropped in I put in an opaque rectangle, a couple of them, and then I put in some titles and where to follow me, because I started doing Keytopia broadcasts. Now at the bottom, I put some little, people like to have content, but they don't like to have paragraphs. So I was encouraging people to commit, to reach out to others, to plan ahead, and lastly, to be victorious. Now you can see it's inspirational, it's motivating, it's not overwhelming. And did I capture people in 7 seconds? I hope so. I really do. So with that being said, I'm hoping that I can answer any questions that you have, because not only can you do content marketing very subtly in a variety of places, but you'll also be able to add value to your customers. You can see that this can be, you can actually create newsletters to send out to people. You can, if you have your own customers, you can send them tips and tricks as you go along with Keytopia or power strips or the marine phytoplankton or frequency and so forth. So there's a variety of ways. Oh, you had me at 6 seconds. Nice, Mike. Nice. Okay, so can I answer any other questions that you guys might have while you're on the broadcast? I would certainly love to do that, and hoping that you guys got some value out of tonight. And my husband's now got a circle on his head. Maybe we can close with something that's a little more inspirational, right? Versus a circle on my husband's head. All right. Any other questions? Oh, you'd like to hear more about Periscope, Tammy? Okay. All right. Well, okay. So if you have a phone a smartphone, it can't be the old-fashioned flip phones, that won't work, sorry. But you can load onto your phone. Here's my, I don't know if you guys can, oh, I've got a light on, so let me see if I can do that. Okay, here's my social media apps that I have currently installed on my phone, right? And a lot of you guys have those too on your phone. Now you'll see that one right there. That's called Periscope. All right, and all you do is you click on Periscope, and you're going to see, oh, and one of my favorite speakers is on right now. If you guys have not followed Vicki Fitch, you need to do that. She is a direct sales coach and direct sales expert, and she's actually live right now. So as soon as we get off this broadcast, I would encourage you to, if you've got Periscope, follow Vicki, VICKI_Fitch, and follow her. And when you get into the chat room, tell her that Denise sent you, okay? She'll be excited about that. She's actually a friend of mine, and she is unbelievably awesome. So here is, I'm going to show you what Periscope looks like, right? See if I can get the glare out of the way. I've got a light shining on me for this broadcast. You don't see it behind me, but there we go. That's not going to show up very well. Okay, so at the top, right in this, oh, there went my phone, right? At the top of the screen, oh, there we go, right there. At the top of the screen, you can see who is broadcasting live. And then what you're going to do, yes, FITCH, Vicky, VICKI underscore Fitch. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to put it in here and you guys can screenshot it. Okay. And that's what it's going to look like. All right. So what you would do, and she's broadcasting live right now, and you can see her title, and we can get into more with Periscope later, but she's broadcasting live. She has 10 viewers on right now, and you can also go to broadcasts that are farther down here, and you can look at a variety of different topics and see what is playing. So some of them are on personal things. Some of them are on, you know, you can just you'll be able to scroll through. And what I would encourage you to do is just hop on some of these broadcasts and watch them, because then you'll get more and more information. But Vicky would be a great place to start at. She broadcasts 2 or 3 times a day. And so you can see what that's about. Now, the beauty of Periscope, and I know I might be going over my time here, so forgive me, but we'll conclude with this thought. The beauty of Periscope is that this is a public broadcasting format. Now, you can make your broadcast private if you want to, but anybody can get onto anybody's broadcasts. So you can eventually, Vicky started out just a few weeks ago and now has, I think, 10,000 followers. And it's a free way to promote your business and cross promote with other people, because you know, no man's an island, and you might gain some great information from other people that are broadcasting. So with that being said, we're going to close out tonight, and we can talk about Periscope in more detail on another broadcast. And if you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to contact me. My name again is Denise Smith, and I am a founding leader with FG Express in Northern California. I want to thank you for being on the broadcast tonight. You guys are awesome. You really are. I am so impressed with each and every one of you. I want to see what graphics you guys come up with and ideas to share. All right, with that being said, thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast, and good night, everybody.